Hi there, it's Rob here from the Gym Tin. I hope you're well. Welcome to the mobility method. Grab yourself a pint of water, close the doors, and take a good 20-25 minutes for yourself just to be relaxed. We're going to work through some essential mobility movements here. So trying to get our neuromuscular pathway working, i.e. the brain firing through the nerve system, through to our muscles, trying to work on a bit of balance and proprioception today. Don't worry if you fall off balance in this class. That's not what it's about. This is about trying to develop yourself. And if you don't go off balance, it's an indication that you're not pushing yourself as far as you possibly could. So go for it. Okay, put on some nice quiet tunes and some relaxation music for yourself. Okay, grab yourself a drink of water, take a sip, and let's train. Okay, for this, I highly recommend you do this workout in barefoot. So take a moment to pause if you're doing this on replay to take your shoes and socks off. If you've got a nice thick yoga mat, so like a nice 10mm mat like this is, it's a memory foam, it's really good for you. Okay, so we're going to start off with our feet standing a fist gap apart. So we're going to have both our feet facing directly forwards. The big toes, I want you to turn them in just slightly. Now, straight away, as you're doing this, if you do a lot of desk-based job, a lot of driving, you're going to find that your feet naturally want to stand up here. We're going to try and pull you into position. Now, confidence is generated by posture, yeah? And we know that, and that's scientifically proven. However, what we need to do is try and take this tilt out of our backside and bring ourselves in nice and straight. So I want you to work on that now. Feet, big toe slightly turned in, second toe is parallel. Fist gap between the feet, a little bit wider perhaps. From here, pelvis tilts forward. Bring your fingers and thumbs into a C, like a crescent moon here. Allow yourself to push your thumbs into it, and you'll feel your glutes will tighten up. From here, you're going to lift your chest and tuck your elbows back down into position. From here, can you balance? Just take this foot off and just see where naturally this foot goes. Does it go forward? Does it go out to the side? Does it go diagonal? Does it want to turn out? What happens to your foot? Have a feel of the balance. At the same time, make sure that this foot stays directly forwards. We're going to keep going back to this all the time through this class. Keep that foot off the floor. Keep balancing. Has your pelvis slipped back? Guaranteed it probably has. Tuck it forward. Lift your chest. Hold your balance. Keep this foot off the floor. And from here, whatever movement feels comfortable, I want you to take it on board. So it could be forward and back, it could be diagonally, it could be laterally, whichever way your foot naturally feels comfortable for you. For me, a clocking pendulum going side to side. Really nice and comfortable. But I can really feel here into my glutes. I can feel my pelvis is forward. I can feel my chest is lifted. If this feels easy, I guarantee that your pelvis can go forward, that you can lift your sternum and that you can lift your chest. I can also guarantee that you can make the movement wider. So my pendulum has now gone a bit further out wider. Again, go to what feels comfortable for you. So if you were rocking forward and back through your pelvis here, this is brilliant. Work through what feels comfortable. This leg here screaming now at me. And all I've done is kick that leg out to the side. Now you notice as well, from the straight line from my nose through the sternum of my body through to the pelvis, there's a nice straight line here. I'm actually trying to tilt in towards my right side of the body. Now if I try and do this with my eyes closed, this becomes really quite difficult. Can you keep the balance? Can you keep your proprioception? If you fall off balance, I'm loving your work. Yeah, I really want you to challenge yourself to go a little bit off balance. I've gone off balance, that's fine. I can come back into standing. This standing hip is just screaming at me. My pelvis is in position and I can feel myself tilting all over the position here. Anytime you want to open your eyes, come back into it, you're going to make the exercise half as difficult. Okay, your balance is generated by your ears and your eyes. What you can hear, what you can feel, what you can see. Close your eyes and challenge your body. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more, and release. Walk away. Walk it out, shake it out. That's screaming at me. Glute medius working really, really hard. If you couldn't feel that, That is an indication you could go wider on your kicks, higher on your balance. Yeah. So work with it. Mobility isn't just about, being able to do acrobatic movements. It's about what can your brain trigger through to your own muscles to make it work. Let's work again on that position. So we're going to have a fist gap between our feet. The big toes medially rotated, so they're going to be slightly pointed in, and our second toes nice and parallel. Our posture is into here, so we make that crescent movement with our fingers and thumbs again. We're going to tilt our pelvis into position. We're going to lift our chest. So we get into this nice, strong, confident position here. Should have a little bit of an arch into the back as we're working through. From here, we're going to try and stand and lift that leg off the floor. From here, we're going to work the other leg, which I've just done the same leg there. That was quite impressive. Good, good, good. Nice. So find out whichever way your leg wants to naturally swing. Does it want to swing forward and back? Does it want to go diagonally? Does it want to go side to side? Does it want to kick behind you? Find whatever the movement is here that's suitable for you. And the reason why I'm getting you to do that is because if you're naturally a rugby player, for example, you might do a lot of side striding, side to side. If you're a netball player, you might do it. If you're a cyclist, you might be finding this is a little bit more sport specific. Yeah, if you're a runner, you might be going this way as well. So find the movement that feels good for you. But this foot has to stay off the floor. Balance. Now, if you've got your hands on your hips, challenge, take your hands off your hips. Can you keep your balance? This leg's screaming at me, absolutely screaming at me. Suddenly realized I was on the right leg before. Because as I started doing it, this started screaming at me again. So there we go. So we're working hard on this leg here. Now you're going to find one side is a lot stronger than the other. Already I can feel my calf is just screaming at me. It's absolutely talking to me, chopping away. This hip is working really hard now, and it's easy for me to just tilt away from this in one direction. It's really tough to try and keep that balance and keep that posture into position. Keep working it. Keep this foot off the floor. Can you hold it? Close the eyes. Are your hands off your hips? Do you have to put your hands back on your hips? You might find you have to put one hand on your hip. You might find you have to put a finger on the wall. Whatever's working for you, keep moving it. 3, 2, this hip is screaming. 1, and release. Walk it out. Really uncomfortable, but really good workout. Roll your hips. Take a good walk around, punch the hips, get that glute medius punched in. So the leg muscles that are going to be working really hard there. Okay, let's work through a side flex. Slow control side to side. These fingers are running up tidally up the side of the body, all the way up the rib cage and back again. Shoulders are back into position. Lift high, lift low. See how far you can reach. Now do it with your eyes closed. Should be quite straightforward, but you might find you go a little bit giddy, like a little bit seasick with this. Just keep working it for me. Feel your range. Okay, feel what's happened to your pelvis. Keep your eyes closed, but as your pelvis tilted back into that anterior pelvic tilt, or is it gone forward, maybe into posterior tilt, or is it in neutral? Is it nice and steady? Where has your hips, where has your pelvis gone? 2 more here. 1 more here. And release. Shake it out. Okay. So pick one of the feet again and balance. Take the foot out to whichever position felt comfortable for you. Okay. And hold your balance. Now try and work your side flex. Welcome to every muscle in your body. Again, see how far you can reach. Keep this foot off the floor. Guaranteed, as soon as you've gone into this exercise, you've shot your bum back. Get your pelvis forward and feel how difficult this is as a movement. Now, As I'm stretching down to the side, this leg wants to fire out to the side here. Okay, so I'm now going to try and fix it. And it's so difficult because I get to this point here, and as I try and pull back up into plane, I've really got to work hard. Hip stabilizing, and this hip now being stabilized in movement to come back in. So hard. The leg swings away again. And as I think about what's happening in my rib cage and also into my back, into the sternum. So the intercostal muscles are being lengthened and the spine is being curved side to side. Really good, strong workout. Can you keep the foot off the floor? Can you keep the balance? Can you keep the proprioception? It's tough. It's seriously hard work. Can you lift again? Strong movements. This standing leg, calf, absolutely on fire. One more, let's go. Walk it down. Can you keep your foot off the floor? Well done. Shake it out, walk it out. Good stuff. Kick out the legs. Really good work on Zoom. You guys are working so hard. Love that. Brilliant. You're watching up on Facebook, give us a comment. You might go up on screen. Okay, here we go. Let's change leg. So again, we're going to work on our posture. Our feet, that fist gap apart. Big toes medially turned in, so slightly turned in. Second toes are nice and parallel. Pelvis drives forward. And again, we're going to stand on the other leg. We're going to kick the other leg out to the side. And then we're going to see if we can work on that side flex. Tough work. Pelvis drive forward, chest lift. Let's go again. And you'll find you're going to be stronger one side than the other. You'll also start to feel, if you're doing this in barefoot, you'll start to feel every part of the arch of your feet. So if you're doing a lot of running at the moment, this is so good. Feel how much movement is going on inside your ankle to try and stabilize your body. Keep that chest up. Keep your hands off your hips if you can as well. And if you're feeling confident with it, close the eyes. You might find you're going off balance. I'm loving that if you are. You might find you might need to tiptoe, tap the floor. Keep working it. Let's work 3 more here. Oh, this leg killing me. Awesome. Big reach. Come on, 2 more. Oh, calf is screaming at me now. 1 more here. Good work. And release. Shake it out. Give it a good kick out. Both legs. Make sure you don't kick a wall. Good stuff. And release. Shake it out. Circumvent your hips. So hula hoop. Counterclockwise. Good work. Okay, so standing on the right leg. And we're going to try and work through a left knee flex. Step back. Now you might need a wall, a chair, something to hold on to for this exercise. And you're going to kick this leg back and extend. Slowly pull back through your balance. And knee flex up high. Let's go again. Slow movements. Now as we come down here, we're going to reach our arms forwards, down, and we're going to point our leg far behind us. If you're struggling with this, don't quit. Keep training, keep pushing. You might find you need to come to a wall, bring your hands onto a wall, kick back, stabilize, come back up and through. Okay, you might find you can progress to putting your hands onto the back of a chair. Keep working through. So we're dipping that leg back, plantar flexing, pointing the toe back, reaching the hands down towards the floor. Trying to stabilize back through the movement, come back through lift. Drive your hips forward. Remember this movement here, that pelvis movement is really important. The left knee flexes high. Come back through extension. Slowly lift back into position. High knee flex again. As always, keep all these exercises safe, relevant, and effective for you. Feel my breathing rate is now up to the same level as when we just did the HIIT class a minute ago. It's amazing how hard this is. It's so different from the normal day to day. One more here. High knee flex to finish. And release, shake it out. Well done. Kick out the leg. Again, flick the base of the heel away from you. Your calves are going to have got really tight on that as you work through it. Shake it out, grab a drink of water because you'll have got a bit dehydrated on the lips as well. Okay, let's change it over. So we're going to stand on the left leg. We're going to right knee high flex. Slowly kick back through the right leg. Slowly controlling through, drive the pelvis forward. Right knee flex at high. Slow control movement. Each time, point the back foot behind you as long as you can. Keep the strength in that standing leg. Again, use whatever you need to. If you go off balance, it's all good. It's a sign that you're challenging your body. Keep working it. If you're not going off balance, you know you can go deeper. You could flex this knee a bit more. As I come back into extension, the balance goes slightly. So I have to work hard tonight, bring that right knee up into flexion again. Again, the breathing rate starts to accelerate. Gets deeper. Body working hard. Again, don't worry if you go off balance. That's what this is about. It's challenging the body. Two more here. Have you got one more? Push, drive through, high knee flex. And release, shake it out. Good work. Shake the hips out. Again, kick the base of that heel away. Tough work on the back of the calves. Well done. Grab yourself a drink of water. From here, we're going to come down into the floor. Okay. So from here, we're going to extend the right leg and bring our left leg to a 90-degree angle. Rest your arms down so that your forearms are flat to the floor. Feel a nice lift here. Now, we're going to try and keep this knee at 90 degrees. The shin is going to be parallel to the wall. We're going to lift, we're going to engage the glutes and slowly lower back down again. We're going to try and keep that knee off the floor and feel how much we can mobilize the hip. The head is turned to the side, cheek down to the floor. Lift it straight up. So as if you're going to kick the sole of your foot to the ceiling. Keep that movement strong here. Keep it 90 degrees at the knee. You might need to flex that knee slightly. It's easy to let it go. Really got to think about that movement. And as you lift that thigh off the floor, you've got to really keep that foot flat towards the ceiling. You should be able to start to feel your pelvis wanting to come off the floor. Drive it down and feel that lower part of your hip flexors. This is really, if you get this right, you're massively changing the mobility of your pelvis. It's a really good workout. You're also big time working that pelvic floor. One more here. And release. Shake out both legs. You've definitely felt your hamstring got a bit tight there as well. Might have got a bit tight through the shoulders as well as you're working through. Just change legs there. You don't need to roll around. Just change around for the benefit of the camera. Okay, so from here, again, we're looking to pull that heel in towards our bottom and find that position where the shin is perpendicular to the floor. So at right angles again. I'm going to push up straight. You just got to try and take that right thigh off the floor, then gently lower it back down again. Can you keep the knee perfectly flexed at 90 degrees? It's quite a good idea. Get yourself a long mirror. Perhaps set yourself up into your own video call for you to see your technique on your camera. And this thigh just comes back and just gently touches the floor before you lift again. So you're not completely relaxing the thigh, just letting it touch, and then can you lift again? So you're fully engaging those glutes. Your hamstrings working really hard. The mobility of the pelvis improving. 2 more here. Wow. 1 more here. And release. And relax. From here, come back into a press-up position, then take yourself into child's pose. So your knees go out wide, feet together. Stretch down, feel a nice stretch through the back, especially the lower back. We're going to extend the arms out wider. Forearms are flat down to the floor. So you're going to sit yourself back up into your kneeling position here. Chest lifted. Then walk it forward and take you through into standing. Good work. Shake it out. Come into the wall. Take your left foot forward, right foot back. Keep your feet nice and parallel. Big toes slightly turned in, second toes nice and parallel to each other. Push that back foot, toe to heel, flat down to the floor. Feel a nice, deliberate stretch all the way through the calf and the soleus for you. Slowly release and swap it over. Right foot is forward, left foot, toe to heel, flat down, big toe, little toe, flat down as well. Nice deep stretch through the calf again. From there, slowly releasing, shake it out. Good work. Now stretch up nice and high. Interlock your fingers, lean back. So you're going to arch through your back. Raise up on the ball of your feet, push up high. And slowly release. Well trained. Really, really good stuff. Hope you found that really good. Such a big difference in the flexibility around the pelvis, the hips, all these stabilizing muscles, which we desperately need for our mobility. Just had a massive workout. So really well done. As always, I've done that live, hashtag replay. I've done it on the replay. Grab yourself a drink of water. Well trained. And I'll see you next time for the next one. Cheers. Cool.